Today on Healthful Indian Flavors with Alamelu, Alamelu will prepare a flavorful and innovative dish called Spinach Poriyal, along with an awesome stir-fry called Beets with Coconut Poriyal. We will also prepare a delicious chicken curry in a hurry. All coming up next on Healthful Indian Flavors with Alamelu.
Namaste, greetings. I'm Alamelu Vairavan. I'm so happy you could join me today as we explore a range of enticing Indian flavors. Whether you're just learning to cook with vegetables, spices, or legumes, or you want to explore simple ways to cook Indian foods, you have come to the right place. Today, we will cook spinach poriyal. We will also prepare chicken curry in a hurry, and an awesome stir-fry called Beets with Coconut Poriyal. Let's start cooking. Now, first I'm going to make spinach poriyal. Spinach is rich in iron and oxidants, vitamins, and minerals. For cooking spinach poriyal, I used yellow mung lentils like these. These lentils are available in local grocery and also in natural food stores. These lentils cook quickly and it is not time consuming. All I did to cook these lentils was I boiled 2 cups of water in a saucepan, added about half a cup of mung lentils with 1/4 teaspoon turmeric powder. I cooked over medium heat for about only 15 minutes until the lentils are soft and tender like this. In order to make this, of course, we have the cooked lentils that is set aside. And then I have 1 whole dried red chili pepper. I have 1 teaspoon black mustard seeds. I have 1 teaspoon urad dal. And the fresh ingredients are 1 cup of chopped onions, and I have about 3 tablespoons of fresh coconut, shredded coconut, and I have 1 package of 10-ounce frozen spinach that is thawed. And now we are ready to cook. See, in order to make this dish, it's only 2 spices, but you will be amazed how quickly, it will enhance the dish because it has onions, green chilies. So 2 spices are black mustard seeds and urad. Let me drop a few and see what happens. It's just beginning. The temperature is just right, and I can see few sputtering. So let's drop the whole black mustard seeds, okay? Can you hear that sputtering and popping? And I'm going to drop the urad lentil. Those are the only 2 spices that I'm using here. And then when the mustard seeds pop and the urad turns golden brown, I'm going to add the onions, chopped onions, about 1 cup of chopped onions. Okay, great. And now we will saute this. And I can just put the chili in here too. This is a good example. You can drop the chili, dried chili pepper in the hot oil, or if you had forgotten, you can add it later too. It's quite all right. It's just see how it's cooking in the oil and the color changed. So it's quite all right. And I'm going to put my chili and the coconut here and move all this here. It smells so good. There is something magical about the mustard seeds and the urad when they are sizzling in the hot oil, and when you drop the onions, it gives such a wonderful aroma, and it's an inviting aroma too. So, and now I'm going to drop, as I told you, this is frozen spinach, okay? It's about 10 ounces of frozen spinach that is thawed. With like 2 tablespoons of water in the microwave, and I'm just putting it there. It's very easy dish. Before you know, you will be totally surprised you're done with it, and it tastes so good because it has the onions. And now I'm going to drop the chili. Okay, it's only few. I just use the Thai chilies, and if you don't want the chili, that's quite all right too. You know, it's up to you. All these dishes are just up to you how you want to use it. Okay, now the spinach is cooking. And what I'm going to do is, at this time, I'm going to take the cooked lentils. Watch the beautiful colors now. These are cooked lentils. It took only 15 minutes to cook the lentil, okay? And we are going to mix it up. Look at the beautiful color with the green and yellow together. And I'm going to increase the heat and stir it. Being from Wisconsin, it reminds me of my favorite football colors, green and gold. And it's really beautiful. Now look how nice it is. And what I'm going to do is, right now, I'm going to add the shredded coconut. I want to talk about the coconut. The coconut, see how beautiful it is? You can either use a fresh shredded coconut that is already available in the grocery stores and local. I'm seeing more and more in the natural food stores now, or in the Indian grocery store. You don't have the fresh coconut, don't think you cannot make this dish. You can. You can use the unsweetened coconut powder, okay? Now what we are going to do is, this particular dish can be served by itself as a side dish, okay? We are going to put this here, and I'm going to bring, I want to make this into a spinach rice. So it's like you're learning to make two dishes in one, okay? And I have cooked basmati rice that is already cooked. It's like I have about 2 cups of basmati rice here, okay? I decided to use basmati rice because see how beautiful the grains are. See how nicely it is separated and it looks beautiful. And I just warmed this up slightly after I finished cooking. So it's nice and fluffy. And now I'm going to just use about 1.5 cups of spinach to the rice, okay? Because it has the lentil and it has all the flavors, this rice will be really good. I want to add about to 2 cups of rice, maybe about 1.5 cups of spinach. There we go. That's pretty good. And what I'm going to do is, I'm going to mix this up very well. There we go. I like to add a little bit more flavor, so I'm adding like about a teaspoon of cumin. Ground cumin, and then garnishing it with some cashews. There you have it, spinach rice with cashews. Hi, we are in the Indian grocery store, Sri Gayatri Foods in Brookfield, Wisconsin. We are here to pick up some lentils and some spices and rice. Once when we assemble all these ingredients, we are well on our way to cooking. First of all, legumes are lentils, peas, and dried beans. We have the tur dal, which we will use in our cooking. So I'm going to pick some. And we also have mung dal. Lentils are known as dal in India, and all different kinds of lentils are used in cooking. It's high in protein and fiber. This particular mung dal cooks very quickly, so we need to get some mung dal. Then we also need yellow split peas. Yellow split peas is so amazing. It cooks very quickly in 20 minutes. When you combine this with vegetable, with ginger and coconut, makes an awesome dish. So we are going to take some split peas. And another favorite lentil which is urad dal. When you combine urad dal with mustard seeds, it gives a very appealing taste to any vegetable dish. So we need some urad dal. And then we also have the masoor dal, and it's called actually red split lentils. This also cooks very quickly, and when we combine all these lentils with rice and vegetables, it gives a very appealing different textures. See all these lentils here, they're all in different colors, different size. So when you combine all of this, when you cook with each lentil, different vegetable and rice, each one will give a different taste, texture, and it's very good for you. It's high in protein and fiber. So we have just enough. So let's go cook. Now I'm going to prepare chicken curry in a hurry. For this particular dish, we need 1 bay leaf, 2 to 4 sliver cinnamon stick, and we have half a teaspoon turmeric powder, half a teaspoon cayenne, and about 2 teaspoons of curry powder. And I have 1 cup of chopped onion, 1 cup chopped tomato, and a quarter cup of quartered garlic, and I have 2 tablespoons minced ginger, 1 cup tomato sauce, quarter cup chopped fresh cilantro, salt, I will take it as we need it, and then oil, 3 tablespoons oil. And I have about 2 pounds of skinned chicken thighs with bones, about 6 to 8 pieces, I would say. It's cut into small pieces like this, see? And I think the chicken, when it's cooked with bones, it gives a great taste. So all the fat is removed, the skin is removed, and it's cut into small pieces, okay? So let's start heating the pan. When I'm also cooking, I just want to talk to you about the tomatoes. I always like to use the red ripe tomatoes on the vine. It's really nice and juicy, like you can see it here. And this is ginger. This is what I used. Ginger and garlic together, you will see in almost all the non-vegetarian dishes in Indian flavor. They always say ginger garlic paste, but I did not make the paste. What I did was, because the skin is so smooth here, I just sliced the ginger and I put it in the mini food processor and zapped it, and I got a beautiful minced ginger here. And of course garlic, we peeled it and just cut it in half. That's all I have there. Ginger and garlic is totally amazing. And now I'll add generous amount of about maybe 3 tablespoons of oil, because I want to brown the chicken, okay? And when the oil is hot but not smoking, see how fewer spices we have here? We will put, because it is a stainless steel pan, it gets hot very quickly. And then I'll drop the cinnamon. And when we don't have any other seeds today, so I'm just going to put the onions. And then I'm going to see, it's very few slices in this chicken dish. And I'm going to add the garlic. Usually, they make a paste out of garlic and ginger, but I like to just use them whole and then cook them together. I like to cook, but I don't like to spend too much time doing grinding here, making a powder. If I see fresh ingredients, that's what I like to use, okay? So we are sauteing the onions, the tomatoes, and the garlic. And now I will just try to cook the onion and tomato and garlic, and I will put the Indian gold, which is turmeric. I wish you're all here. It smells so good. Just the garlic and the tomatoes, it's a wonderful aroma. And we saute it really well. And now look at chicken pieces. I cut the chicken piece into, I mean the chicken thighs into small slices like this, okay? Because as I told you earlier, when we do the Indian cooking, always the meat is cut into small pieces. Small is beautiful. But if you like to use the whole chicken thigh, just the way you get it in the grocery store, go ahead and make sure you have a wider pan like this, and you can put the whole chicken thigh and make the same recipe without any problems. But I decided to cut into small pieces like this, and I'm just browning the chicken here, okay, with the turmeric powder. Let it get nice and brown. Went through the ingredient list. So I just added the cayenne and the curry powder. Now see how beautiful this chicken is? Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to add the tomato sauce in here, okay? The reason why I'm adding the tomato sauce is it helps the chicken cook very quickly and make the chicken very tender. And I know if you are, my family and my friends who come to our house, they always like a lot of sauce in their chicken, okay? Whenever I'm making the chicken, they will say, Alamelu, pour a little some more sauce for me. So I like to make this chicken with sauce. So after this tomato sauce, what I'm going to do is, here comes the ginger too. Ginger is very good. You can, because it's all minced, so you can add the ginger now. I like, although I say 2 tablespoons, but if I have a little bit left over, I just put it in here. Ginger is very good for you. So I put the ginger, and now guess what ingredient I have to add? The salt. So let me add that. It's looking good. So I'm going to add some salt. And if you don't want the salt, because of all the spices, the ginger and garlic, it's really amazing. You don't need to add the salt. But we just added a little bit of salt because it makes the food taste good too, along with other spices. Now what I'm going to do is, I'm going to add a tiny bit of water, maybe like about half a cup, because everybody loves sauce. And when the chicken cooks in a sauce, actually you can put the chicken like this together. You can close it and put it in the low medium heat. And of course we have the bay leaf. Here is a bay leaf, it cooks with the chicken. But when you're ready to serve, you want to remove that bay leaf. But if it is curried leaves, it becomes really soft, and it is quite all right to have the curry leaves. But bay leaf you want to remove before serving, okay? See how beautifully it's cooking now? And when the chicken is tender, you just add the cilantro and you're done. So if you're in a hurry, chicken curry is the best to make. Now I will prepare beets with coconut poriyal. Beets are a colorful root vegetable loaded with powerful nutrients, rich in antioxidant, anti-cancerous compounds, and high in fiber. Cutting and cooking the beets make it bleed. See, I just have the beets in the water. Look, just soaking the beets in the water make it bleed. It is important to treat beets with tender, loving care, though they may seem rock solid, okay? I try to choose beets that are small and medium in size, that are firm, smooth, and deep, rich in color like this. Younger beets may be so tender that peeling may not be necessary. Here with these beets, because the outer part looks kind of little bit not so smooth, so I'm going to just peel and show you how I cut the beets. As I told you, the beets look so rock solid, but when they are cooked, they become very, very soft, okay? So just slightly we'll remove the skin. And when you are using the beets, the beauty of this vegetable is can stain your fingers, your hands. That's okay. I like the red color. Red color is an auspicious color in India. And we do put something called mehendi in our hand. And whenever I'm using the beets, I think that I got the mehendi on. Okay, so let me show you how I'm going to cut it. This is how I cut it for the vegetable dish, okay? Now I peeled it. See how beautiful it is? So I just cut it like that, and I did it like this. I just cubed it, okay, like that. Just like that. That's it. I just cubed it, or you can slice it whatever way you like, but make sure you cut it in uniform size. See, that's it. And what I did was I put it in a dish and I steamed the beets. Look at the beautiful beets. Okay, so I have about 4 cups of peeled and cubed steamed beets. I have 1 whole red chili pepper, 1 teaspoon black mustard seeds, about 2 teaspoons urad dal, and 2 teaspoons chutney powder, 2 to 4 curry leaves are optional, and then I have about 4 tablespoons of fresh shredded coconut powder, and I'll be using the salt and oil. So I'm going to just use like about 2 tablespoons of oil and heat it up when the oil is hot but not smoking. I'm going to drop my curry leaves and see if it is starting to sputter. There you go. That's good. And the curry leaves, you don't even have to cook anything. Just smelling the curry leaves gives such an aroma what this dish is going to be like. It's so good. And fresh curry leaves are available in the Indian grocery store. It's slowly making its way to into the regular grocery stores. Mustard seeds and urad. And then I'm going to drop my chili too. And we'll keep the chutney powder here. And now it's all turning brown. So we'll add the steamed beets here. Beets, it's important that beets are not overcooked. And when it cooks, see how hard this beets is here. And look how nice and buttery it has become. It's really amazing. This hard vegetable becomes like a butter when it is steamed. Now I'm going to add the chutney powder. Chutney powder is a combination of many spices. We have been using that regularly. And to make these beets so flavorful, the chutney powder, it's not that hard spice. It really makes it very good. Now watch. Beautiful color, isn't it? And now they are also having beets juice in the market. But I like eating the fresh beets. And we can make so many different ways. We can make a dessert out of beets, and also we can put beets in vegetable kurma or in vegetable rice. We can make beets masala. Oh my goodness, that is so good. So I'm going to add all this coconut. Look at the colors. Isn't this pretty? It is filled with antioxidants, anti-cancerous, very good nutrients. And there you have it. That's all there is to it. Today, we cooked spinach poriyal that can be served as a side dish with any meal. We also showed how the same dish can be used to prepare the wonderful spinach rice with cashews. We cooked 2 more delightful dishes, chicken curry, if you're in a hurry, and a creative beets with coconut. Yes, you can really cook these dishes. When you believe you can, your mind will find ways to do it. Cooking can be therapeutic. easy and not time consuming. You don't have time to cook every day? Try cooking during weekends and eating the foods later in the week. Spices have a preservative quality and actually food tastes better over time. So we can take responsibility for our own health by eating right and exercising. You will soon see how fit and radiant we can become. I hope this cooking program will help open new doors to healthy and enjoyable eating. So long for now, until next time, with love from my kitchen to yours. Vanakkam.
To order a copy of Alamelu's cookbook, visit mptv.org and click on the store icon. The cost of the book is $32 plus shipping and handling. For more information on this episode of Healthful Indian Flavors with Alamelu, log on to our website at mptv.org.